Good afternoon, my friends. Welcome to another day. Don't mind my hair. This is the I got things to do, things to get done hair. It has been a cold couple of days. We got quite some weather here. Let me show you. So this came yesterday and it's pretty much all like ice. I don't know if you can tell. That's not just snow. That is ice. And so yeah, it is quite chilly out today. And I'm gonna close this, although that lighting might be better, but I am gonna close this. I just wanna keep every bit of cold out. I don't know that that'll make a difference. But anyway, I have some things I need to get done. This and this are still up. That's pretty much the only Christmas decor I got out this year with moving. And then because I got it up kind of so late and it was so hectic with moving, I decided to leave it up. And then we went away on a trip that I told you guys about last week. We went on a cruise and it's just not been a priority, but I need to get it taken down. Partially because we got some furniture. We did not have a coffee table in our living room and just the setup is different. So we needed a coffee table. Let me show you what we got. I'm in the process of cleaning it. So we got this coffee table. It was a floor model, so it was marked down. It's got so much storage, which is great because we have throw blankets everywhere. And there's a lot more than that. But so this is gonna be our coffee table, which is fantastic. And then it came with this wonderful side table with a great shelf, great storage. So I'm not sure what we're gonna do over here, but this table and the one over there are going to go up to a guest room. I don't know if we're gonna have something here. We might get something small. I'm not totally sure. So this has to come out, go upstairs. We can put that table here. And I'm gonna move this floor lamp. I'll put a table lamp over here that I have. But all of this furniture can slide this way once that tree is down. We had to move everything to get the tree up. So I really kind of want to take care of that. Also, I have been cleaning the furniture. I need to finish it. It's heavy, so I don't know that I can move it until my husband gets back from work. We want to put the felts on the bottom. We always do that on our furniture, but I was running low, so I have some were ordered. They were supposed to arrive today, but I don't think they're going to arrive till tomorrow because of all of the ice and snow. So if they were on the felts, I could slide them, but I can't. But I've been cleaning them because they were fine. They weren't used, but they were a little bit grimy just from being the floor models, but we got a great deal on the two pieces. And so I found online, a combination, I don't know, a recipe of olive oil and vinegar. And then I added in some orange essential oil and I've been cleaning and then buffing all of the surfaces and all the sides. So I'm getting close to being done with that. So I'm gonna try to finish that and then move some of this furniture around. Maybe I'll take the tree down so that when my husband comes home, we can put these in place. And, but it's so cold and I just wanna sit and snuggle underneath a blanket. And so I'm okay, what I need to do is get busy and I need to clean up my kitchen because that's kind of a hot mess. There's so much, I'm not showing it all to you, but there's a lot of hot mess going on. But I wanna do some baking. I'm what do you do when it's cold? You bake. I don't know what I'm baking yet. Maybe you know, maybe it's in the title, the thumbnail, I don't know, but we're gonna do some baking. Either way, I thought it'd be fun to take you guys with me today for all the things. And yeah, so let's do it. All right, it has been many hours. I am taking a break from working on other stuff to get started on what I'm going to bake because I found the recipe and I need to make the dough and then refrigerate it and then bake them. So I've got some cream cheese and butter and I've had them out for a while and they're just not quite soft enough. So we're going to put them in the microwave at a lower power, get them a little softened. And let me tell you about the recipe we're gonna be making. I'm so excited. So I bought some Oreos recently. Well, they're all these version of Oreos for another recipe that I wanna experiment with, but I won't need them all. So I'm going to need those and we are going to have Oreo cheesecake cookies, which sounds amazing. And I also hope they freeze well because usually what I do, because it's just two of us, is I make a batch and put them in the freezer and then just take them out and eat them. That way they don't go bad. So anyways, really excited about that. I need to check on this. All right, let me get the camera set up and we're gonna get to getting these cookies done. Like I said, we have to make the dough and then refrigerate it, I think, for 30 minutes. So, yeah, let's do it. All right, so it's good and softened. Just making sure that was in fact vanilla. I had to put it into a different container. I make my own and I was making a fresh batch. 1 teaspoon of vanilla added to that. 3/4 cup of sugar. Adding that to the cream cheese and butter and mix it. Adding in a cup of flour. I'm going to switch to a spatula. One thing that is really nice about this recipe is it doesn't have any eggs. So, you know, if eggs are a little expensive for you or hard to find, these cookies don't require any eggs. I actually found somebody pretty local to me to buy eggs from, and they're only charging $3 a dozen, which is pretty good. Pretty good. Kind of in general for farm fresh eggs. I mean, I remember a time where I was getting them from someone for $2 a dozen, but that was quite a few years ago. So anyways, a no egg recipe though, nonetheless good to have. This recipe calls for 10 cookies chopped. I am not going to chop them. I'm going to smash them. It is taking a lot of restraint right now to not eat one of these cookies, but I'm gonna have better cookies, so I'm going to not eat these. I did put them in a freezer bag thinking that would be a little bit thicker than, and less likely to break than like a regular bag. Protect my counter. Now I got the double stuffed, which is delicious, but makes it a little bit harder to crumble because there's more of that cream. All right, now we're gonna fold in our cookies. That took no time at all. I probably could have just crushed it with my hands if I needed to, but this is a very thick dough. It was already thick before I added in the Oreos. I just realized I don't have a lot of room in my refrigerator. I made a giant pot of soup yesterday. So good. I'll be having it again tonight and probably the night after that, maybe the night after that, maybe for lunches, maybe not all dinners, but it turned into a giant pot of soup because when I make soup, I just keep adding stuff, you know, clean out the fridge, whatever sounds good, you keep adding it. Anyway, I also have 2 large packs of chicken breast that I need to divvy up and freeze. So I might do that because it needs to get done and I need room in my refrigerator. I'll leave that spatula in there because I might need that as well. I'm gonna do a little cleanup, bag up that chicken while I'm chilling this, and I will be back to make the cookies. All right, I might hear my dryer or my washer in the background is singing a tune because it's done. But I have 6 bags of 2 chicken breasts. They're going in the freezer. I've been trying to build up my meat stock up in my freezer, and I have a long ways to go. This is gonna put a good amount in here, but my freezer in my garage is what I really want to fill up, and that's empty. But this is 6 to probably more like 10. My guess is more like 10 to 12 meals, because some of these chicken breasts are huge And especially if I use them in something like a chicken noodle soup or chicken burrito bowl, something like that. You know, the chicken goes a little bit further. So anyways, getting these put away. I need to clean the counters, and then it's been about a half an hour, so I'll pull out the cookie dough and get to baking. Well, that forced me to put off what I was procrastinating, which was taking care of that chicken. Well, I have not used this cookie scoop in a while, and it seems like it's not that great. It says to flatten the balls a little bit because these cookies will not spread much. So hopefully, as I go on with my batches, we'll figure it out. Wow, this is really not working. Looks like I need to get myself a new cookie scoop. Anyways, these go in the oven at for 12 to 15 minutes. Yes, that's my new technique. Fill the cookie scoop, bang it on that side of the bowl. Dough did not chill as much as I thought it would, but it was in there for a good 30 minutes. Anyways, 350 for 12 to 15 minutes. All right, so here are the cookies. I have one more tray in the oven. I did them for about close to the full amount, which I don't normally do with cookies because I like them super soft, but these are definitely still feel soft. I'm going to try it. I'm definitely having dessert before dinner. These are delicious. They definitely don't spread much while they're baking, like really at all. So flatten them out. Highly recommend it. I will have this recipe linked down below. Oh my word, these are delicious. All right, it is another day, and I'm gonna finish up my living room, getting the new furniture in place, but I wanted to show you this. Maybe it doesn't look as pretty as it should, but I have a combination of frozen fruit and some fresh fruit. I got some fresh pineapple, some vanilla yogurt from Aldi, and this is the granola I've been having, and oh my gosh, I've been enjoying this so much lately. I kind of wanted a warm food, because it's cold out, but this just sounded so good. So that's what I'm about to eat. And then I'm going to finish working on the living room. All right, so I don't know where I left off, but we are at Sam's Club and finding a lot more deals than we intended to. We came in for our buttery buffalo sauce, and they were $1 off, so we got 2. This wasn't marked down, and that wasn't marked down, but we're getting them.
That was marked down,
but it wasn't.
It technically wasn't.
These were marked down from like $9 down to like $2. And even though I've been doing a bunch of baking, I'm gonna cut them into quarters and I'm freezing them. We got 2 of them. So now we're walking around looking for more clearance items because there seems to be a lot of clearance. A lot of it is stuff we don't want. None of it is stuff we need. For instance, veggie straws
I do need those, but I'm not going to get them.
Are actually, I don't even know. It has a yellow tag, but I don't actually see that it's marked down. Anyways, we're just browsing the aisle because this is what we do. This is how we spend our weekends.
This is how we do it. These are Jesse's wish list.
Jesse wishes the yogurt raspberries.
I do.
By the way, they're just yogurt flavored raspberries. They're not even yogurt covered.
Right.
There's not actually yogurt. This is the value.
No, it's not that bad.
Actually, it's not bad. That's for £1. But he's really wanting these to go on clearance.
Yes. And
but they're not.
these.
And what? Oh, the strawberry yogurt flavored almonds. He's into yogurt and almonds apparently. But they're not marked down, so we're not getting them. That's how we do it. Look at all the yellows.
Wow,
No, these are actually instant savings. These are not clearance. We're not getting any of this. I just wanted to show you all the yellow tags. Look at more yellow tags, more instant savings, more instant savings. I wish they put some instant savings on this expensive meat. So we've literally walked through everything we intended to, and now we're going back through everything.
We're back.
Trying to see if there's any. Oh, your pepperoni.
My Roni
is on sale. Gotta get it. $7 for 2 huge things, and I will sometimes divide them up and freeze them if we can't use them all.
Strike that here.
All right, so I wasn't planning on filming in here, but we were in here and I was like, oh, I should film something. So I showed you everything we're getting. I'm gonna head home and I'm gonna show you what our furniture looks like in the living room, because we did finally get that all placed. There's still more things I'd like to do in the living room, like we haven't hung anything on the walls or anything, but we're getting there. So anyways, this vlog is kind of all over the place, so I apologize for that, but I hope that you've enjoyed spending some time with us. We'll wrap it up once we get home. All right, so this isn't some living room makeover video, obviously, but I do have the coffee table in here. I'm really, really loving it. And the side table, I'm still trying to decide. You can open the doors here, but if it ends up being too much of a pain and I just use it for like longer term storage, I kind of want to turn it square instead of like at an angle, and then just put the doors up against one of the sofas and you wouldn't even notice. So I'm still deciding on that. I don't even love this lamp, but we've had it for a while. I'm not looking to go out and buy a bunch of new stuff. We just didn't have a coffee table because before we even knew we were moving, we ended up replacing our sofa because it was just really worn, and we got these, and our previous sofa had a sectional with a huge ottoman, and when we sold it, we sold the ottoman and we didn't have a coffee table. So it's just something we've kind of wanted. I might be getting some little narrow tables for over here. And then the other one for over here, this still needs to be moved upstairs, but until I find a replacement, we'll just keep using it. We're not really getting rid of anything. We're just, this house is different, and so we have different needs and we have places to use them. I also don't think I'm keeping the lanterns down here. And our fireplace still has plastic wrapped around it. So I'm waiting for a company to get back to me on ordering a propane tank, and then we can have the company come and get that set up. So unfortunately, we haven't been able to use it. But anyways, this is what it looks like. Hopefully we'll get something on the walls soon. We have things from before, like from our last house. We just have to decide where we want it. But I do like the placement. Anyways, that's it for today's video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Sorry for the total randomness of this. If you're new, I would love it if you would consider subscribing before you leave. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.